Welcome back, everyone. This is day 13 for my 31-day video challenge here in the month of July. I'll be posting a video every day for this whole month, talking about various topics out on the road, or just motorcycle related in general. On today's episode, we're going to talk about solo rides versus group rides. So let's get into it. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I want to talk about solo versus group rides, talk about the pros and cons of each one and what I prefer. So starting out with some pros, you know, we got the camaraderie of being with other brothers, you know, riding in a pack. The biggest group ride that I've been on was when I went out to Wyoming last year. I don't know the exact number, but I know there was over 100 people, and that was like an experience like no other. And you know, I was glad that I was able to be a part of that. It was really cool. I don't normally ride in big groups, you know. I ride by myself for the most part. And I have friends around here that have bikes, but you know, life gets in the way and it's kind of hard to get everybody's schedule to align up. Another pro of riding in groups is there's always somebody there that will help you if your bike breaks down or just something like that happens. You just have people to lean on, get you the help that you need, and so on and so on. And also, you know, the bigger the group, you know, you become more visible to other people that are on the road. I mean, there's still going to be idiots that, you know, they're still texting or not paying attention. But being in the bigger groups, you know, you got just be more visible and hopefully reduce the risk of an accident happening from not being seen. You know, and the last one, you know, that I think, you know, is a pretty good pro is the shared memories. And I have a lot of great memories from that trip that I went out to with that big group. Just being with people, you know, doing the thing they love, riding through Wyoming, and then the few people that I rode with through South Dakota. You guys probably remember this road from a couple days ago. Eventually, I will get out and get more scenery done. My daughter and I, we actually just went to the beach yesterday, so if you guys watched that, there was a different change in scenery on that one. But you know, I just decided to go out for a quick ride and record this video for you guys on my pros and cons of group rides versus solo rides. I don't know, I was thinking about tomorrow going out and getting a new pair of shoes, so I got to go to the city for that. So I'll be doing some city riding instead of this back roads country. But moving on to the cons for group rides, you know, the pace is being dictated by the lead, you know, which it's not always a bad thing. I mean, there was one group ride that I was on in here. It was for an autism ride. We were moving at a pretty good pace, or nothing too crazy, so that was good. And then another downfall for group rides, you know, there's more stops, and you know, they take a little bit longer to rest at gas stations or wherever it may be that you're going to. And also the skill levels vary between riders. I mean, there's this one ride out here called the AWOL Midnight Ride. I've never been on it. You know, I would like to just to experience it, but a guy from Grand Rapids, he puts that on. You just never know the skill level of every rider that's going to be on that ride. And that one, you know, there's a lot of stunners that go on that ride, and I mean, all that stuff would be pretty cool to see. But I think if I were to go on that, you know, I'd probably hang out more towards the back because I can't stunt. I mean, it'd be cool to learn how to do that. I thought about maybe getting a little Grom or something to just practice on, but I don't feel like hurting myself. I got a family at home that depends on me. I got a full-time job, you know, to cover monthly bills. Yeah, but those are my pros and cons for group rides. But now I'm going to go ahead and talk about solo rides, which, like I said, I prefer. So some of the pros, in my opinion, for me riding by myself, like I said, I could stop at a place and be there for as long as I want or as short as I want, you know, depending on what I'm doing. I was making content for YouTube. I should try and slow myself down and, you know, take it all in and just enjoy what's out here. But sometimes I have a hard time getting that in my head, like, no, I I just got to go and get to where I'm going. You know, I rush everything, and that's something that I need to work on and just take it all in. You know, and I also don't have to wait on anybody. You know, my wife is always asking, well, why don't you ride with your buddies or something? It's like, and it just kind of goes with what I said, that, you know, everybody's got their own life going on. And yeah, I can call and make plans or send a text, but sometimes I just feel like a burden to others. So I just go out and do my own thing, you know, and I can dictate my own pace. Not like I do a whole lot of speeding or anything. Just like to get to my destination and call it good. And now the cons of just riding by myself, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand with the group ride stuff. Like, I don't have a very good knowledge of motorcycle stuff. I mean, I can do the basic, like, I'm a little mechanically inclined, but I never had to do anything too crazy on this thing. If I break down or something, you know, I'm sure I could figure it out if it's nothing too serious. But, you know, that's where the always having somebody there, you know, that could give you a hand. I guess I don't really have too many pros and cons for, you know, the solo, just because, like, I don't have the resources as I would if I was on a group ride. But I guess that's pretty much going to be it for the solo pros and cons. Like, as I said, I prefer the solo ride. Consider myself something of a lone wolf. You know, I would like to get out there and make more friends with people who are on bikes, but I get very socially awkward when I'm out in public, and I usually just tend to stick to myself. But that's what I'm hoping to benefit from making these videos, is that I will get over that and open up and go out and talk to more people at bike nights or something. I know there's a few of those coming up, and next weekend we're going over to Muskegon for a Muskegon bike time, so that should be fun. So this video is probably going way over than what I anticipated it to be, but I'm gonna cut the camera, enjoy these last couple minutes before I get home, and start working on this video so I can get it out for you guys. You know, if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys go hit that like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're returning, thanks and welcome back. But I hope to see you guys on tomorrow's episode. So peace.